The greatest men are not born great, but become great through a long struggle with life. Welcome, Ascenders, to another powerful episode on Sigma Ascends. If you feel like you don't quite fit in with the ordinary, if everything around you seems mundane while you always feel like you belong elsewhere, this video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into the 15 signs that you might be a Sigma male, the man who walks his own path, separate from societal expectations. If you're ready to become the best version of yourself, stick with us until the end and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join your ascendancy journey. Point 1. The lone wolf mentality. The essence of a Sigma male's identity revolves around a deep-rooted desire for independence. The lone wolf mentality isn't about being alone for the sake of it, but about an overwhelming need to chart your own course. A Sigma doesn't follow the pack. Instead, he is fully self-sufficient, thriving in isolation and comfortable navigating through life without needing validation or approval from others. Unlike other men who might rely on their social circles for identity or support, the Sigma male finds his strength in solitude. He can build, create, and grow without needing to constantly interact with others. He understands that to master himself, he must first master his own space. This mindset isn't about rejecting society or its norms, but about recognizing that true growth occurs when you step away from the distractions that social circles often impose. For a Sigma, peace and power are found in the quiet moments of reflection, not in the noise of the crowd. His sense of fulfillment comes from personal achievement, self-discovery, and progress, without the external pressure of comparison. He doesn't chase popularity or status. He doesn't need the constant presence of others to feel validated. This independence is what sets the Sigma male apart from the rest. He thrives not despite being alone, but because of it. Point 2. Freedom over convenience. For the Sigma male, freedom is the ultimate form of wealth. He understands that true success is not about accumulating possessions or seeking comfort. Instead, it's about having the freedom to make decisions based on what aligns with his personal goals, without being constrained by societal pressures or expectations. While most people seek convenience, preferring the easy and comfortable path, a Sigma male knows that real growth comes from stepping outside of that comfort zone and taking risks. He doesn't mind enduring discomfort if it means he can pursue a life true to his values. Convenience often leads to complacency, while freedom is the fuel that drives a Sigma toward excellence. In a world that values instant gratification, the Sigma male seeks long-term fulfillment. He makes deliberate choices, choosing paths that lead to true growth and success, even if those paths are not the easiest ones. When others around him are satisfied with the mundane or the safe, the Sigma is busy carving out his own journey, often alone and always on his terms. For him, it's not about taking the path of least resistance, but about having the ability to choose his own path, even if it means walking a difficult road. Point 3. A silent leader. Sigma males are often misunderstood when it comes to leadership. They don't fit the typical model of extroverted, attention-seeking leaders. Instead, their leadership is quiet, powerful, and impactful. A Sigma male leads not by shouting orders or demanding attention, but by setting an example through his actions. His decisions speak louder than his words, and people naturally follow him because they respect his integrity, discipline, and ability to navigate difficult situations with calm confidence. Unlike traditional leaders who might crave the spotlight, the Sigma male doesn't seek recognition or praise. He doesn't need others to acknowledge his leadership for him to feel accomplished. Instead, his leadership is rooted in his ability to get things done, to make tough decisions, and to inspire through consistency and authenticity. The Sigma's influence doesn't come from the power he exerts over others, but from the power he exerts over himself. His calm demeanor, focus, and ability to adapt in any situation make him a natural leader, though he would never put himself forward as such. He leads with a quiet authority, and the respect he commands from others comes naturally, not because he demands it, but because his actions and results speak for themselves. Point 4. Content in solitude. Sigma males are incredibly self-aware individuals who thrive in solitude. Solitude is not something they fear or avoid, but rather something they actively seek out. It is in solitude that they find clarity, strength, and the ability to reflect on their own thoughts and actions. For many people, being alone can lead to feelings of loneliness or anxiety. However, the Sigma male has learned to embrace solitude as a vital part of his personal growth. He understands that true introspection and understanding come only when you step away from the noise of the outside world and allow yourself the space to think deeply. While others may crowd around friends or social events for validation or distraction, the Sigma male finds peace in being alone. He doesn't need to be constantly surrounded by others to feel complete. In fact, he recognizes that many of the world's greatest ideas and innovations are born out of quiet reflection and solitude. The Sigma male knows that by spending time alone, he can reconnect with his true self, develop new ideas, and find creative solutions to problems. This contentment in solitude is one of the key factors that distinguishes him from others. He doesn't rely on external sources for happiness. Instead, he cultivates a rich internal world that fuels his success and growth. Point 5. Emotionally detached. One of the most defining characteristics of a Sigma male is his emotional detachment. This doesn't mean that he is cold or lacks empathy. Rather, he has developed the ability to remain calm, composed, and rational in situations where others might allow their emotions to take control. A Sigma male has mastered the art of emotional self-regulation. He doesn't let external circumstances dictate his mood or behavior, and he doesn't get swept away by fleeting emotions. Instead, he evaluates situations logically, makes decisions based on reason, and takes action with a clear mind. This emotional detachment allows him to maintain a level of objectivity and clarity that others often lack. In contrast to the impulsive, emotionally driven decisions that many people make, the Sigma male takes a step back and looks at the bigger picture. His ability to detach from his emotions in difficult situations gives him a significant advantage in life, particularly in high-pressure environments. He doesn't allow his feelings to cloud his judgment or prevent him from making tough decisions. While others may crumble under emotional stress, the Sigma male remains steady, calm, and focused. This emotional control is not a sign of weakness or indifference, but a strength that allows him to navigate life's challenges with resilience and poise. Point 6. Selective relationships. For a Sigma male, relationships are not about quantity, they are about quality. He is highly selective when it comes to who he allows into his inner circle. He doesn't waste time on superficial relationships or people who don't add value to his life. Rather than seeking validation or social approval, the Sigma male is intentional about the relationships he builds. He values deep, meaningful connections with people who share his values, support his growth, and challenge him to become better. The Sigma male understands that the people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or drag you down. Therefore, he carefully chooses individuals who align with his purpose and who contribute positively to his life. This selectiveness also extends to romantic relationships. A Sigma male doesn't rush into relationships or settle for someone who doesn't meet his high standards. He knows that genuine, lasting connections take time to build, and he is willing to be patient in finding a partner who complements his life rather than complicates it. In contrast to the average man who may prioritize quantity and superficial connections, the Sigma male understands that the true value of a relationship lies in its depth, authenticity, and mutual growth. Point 7. antisocial, but not a hermit. A Sigma male may often appear antisocial or distant, but this doesn't mean he's a hermit or lacks social skills. Rather, the Sigma is selective about where he invests his time and energy. He doesn't seek out social gatherings or engage in small talk just for the sake of it. He doesn't need to surround himself with people to feel validated or important. However, when the Sigma male does choose to engage, he does so with intention and purpose. He prefers meaningful conversations with individuals who share similar interests or goals, rather than mindlessly participating in social events that offer no real value. Unlike those who rely on constant social interaction to feel fulfilled, the Sigma male finds strength in being alone and doesn't feel the need to prove his worth to anyone. His antisocial tendencies are not about rejecting society, but about preserving his time and energy for activities and people that truly matter. He understands that not all social interactions are productive, and he chooses to reserve his presence for situations that align with his goals. This doesn't mean he is anti-human or unwilling to connect. On the contrary, the Sigma male deeply values meaningful relationships and interactions. He simply chooses quality over quantity and ensures that every connection serves a purpose in his personal journey. Point 8. Pursuit of mastery. One of the driving forces behind the Sigma male's life is his unrelenting pursuit of mastery. He is not content with mediocrity or surface-level knowledge. Instead, he strives for excellence in everything he does, constantly seeking to improve himself and his skills. Whether it's a career, a hobby, or a personal goal, the Sigma male is driven by a desire to become the best version of himself in any given field. His journey of self-improvement is never-ending, as he recognizes that mastery is not a destination, but a continuous process. Unlike others who may settle for what's comfortable or easy, the Sigma male challenges himself to push the boundaries of his potential. He embraces failure as a learning opportunity, and he views setbacks as temporary obstacles rather than reasons to quit. His commitment to mastery leads him to constantly refine his craft, improve his mindset, and expand his knowledge. Whether it's through books, mentors, or hands-on experience, the Sigma male is always seeking ways to elevate his abilities. This relentless pursuit of excellence is what drives him to stand out from the crowd and achieve success in whatever he sets his mind to. Point 9. Self-sufficient. The Sigma male values independence and self-reliance more than anything else. He believes in his ability to solve his own problems and doesn't rely on others for support or validation. This self-sufficiency extends beyond financial independence. It's about emotional resilience, problem-solving skills, and personal growth. The Sigma male has cultivated a mindset that empowers him to tackle life's challenges head-on, without needing anyone to step in and save him. He doesn't wait for others to provide solutions or guidance. Instead, he takes the initiative to figure things out on his own. This independence gives him a sense of control over his life, and it allows him to pursue his goals without being hindered by the limitations of others. The Sigma male understands that true freedom comes from self-sufficiency. By relying on his own skills, resources, and abilities, he is able to navigate life's challenges with confidence and determination. He doesn't depend on external factors to feel secure or fulfilled. Instead, he creates his own security through his actions and decisions. Point 10. Calm in chaos. In the midst of turmoil and uncertainty, the Sigma male remains remarkably calm and composed. While others may panic, lose focus, or become overwhelmed by the chaos around them, the Sigma male remains level-headed and strategic. His ability to stay calm in the face of adversity is one of his most valuable traits. He approaches challenges with a clear mind, analyzing the situation objectively and devising a plan of action. This calmness is not the result of indifference or detachment. Rather, it comes from a deep sense of self-confidence and emotional control. The Sigma male knows that panic and rash decisions only lead to mistakes, so he takes a step back, evaluates the situation, and then moves forward with purpose and clarity. His ability to maintain composure in high-stress situations makes him an excellent problem solver and a natural leader in times of crisis. While others may be overwhelmed by external pressures, the Sigma male remains steady, focused, and unshaken, always ready to take decisive action when the time is right. Point 11. Non-conformist mindset. A Sigma male is fundamentally a non-conformist. He does not follow the mainstream or adhere to societal expectations simply for the sake of fitting in. While many men are driven by the desire to conform, to align with the norms set by society or their peer group, the Sigma male rejects this mentality. He is not bound by tradition, social codes, or popular opinion. Instead, he values authenticity, individuality, and personal freedom. The Sigma male believes in following his own path, regardless of how unconventional it may seem to others. He is willing to stand alone if it means staying true to himself. This non-conformity is not about rebellion for the sake of rebellion, but about living according to his own values, beliefs, and goals. A Sigma male doesn't seek approval from others or try to impress anyone. His worth is not determined by the approval of the crowd. Instead, it is built on the foundation of his own self-respect and confidence. He believes that life is too short to waste on living someone else's version of success. For him, happiness and fulfillment come from embracing his individuality and forging a life that is uniquely his. Point 12. Deep thinker. The Sigma male is not someone who rushes into decisions or follows trends without considering the long-term consequences. He is a deep thinker, constantly analyzing the world around him, reflecting on his experiences, and questioning the status quo. This ability to think deeply is one of the Sigma male's greatest strengths. He does not make decisions impulsively or without thorough consideration. Instead, he evaluates all angles of a situation before taking action. The Sigma male has a philosophical outlook on life, seeking to understand the underlying principles and truths that govern human behavior and the world at large. He is not satisfied with superficial answers or shallow explanations. He wants to dig deeper and uncover the layers of meaning behind every decision and action. This reflective nature allows him to make decisions that are grounded in logic, reason, and a clear understanding of his values. His deep thinking also makes him an excellent problem solver, as he is able to approach complex issues from multiple perspectives. Whether it's a personal dilemma or a professional challenge, the Sigma male takes the time to think critically, ensuring that his actions align with his long-term goals. Point 13. Non-neediness. One of the defining features of the Sigma male is his non-neediness. He does not seek validation, attention, or approval from others. While many people crave recognition or reassurance, the Sigma male is completely self-sufficient in this regard. He knows that his worth is not determined by how others perceive him, and he does not rely on external sources of affirmation to feel good about himself. This non-neediness gives him a profound sense of freedom and confidence. He is not dependent on anyone for emotional support or validation, because he has learned to be comfortable in his own skin. The Sigma male understands that true strength comes from within, and he is not swayed by external pressures or opinions. This self-sufficiency also means that he is not afraid to walk away from situations or people that do not align with his values. He does not tolerate toxic relationships or environments that undermine his growth. The Sigma male is driven by his own purpose, and he does not waste time or energy on anything that does not contribute to his personal development. Point 14. Adapts to his environment. The Sigma male is a master of adaptability. He knows that the world around him is constantly changing, and he has developed the ability to adjust to different circumstances without losing his sense of self. Whether it's a new job, a different social setting, or an unexpected life event, the Sigma male remains grounded and resourceful. He doesn't panic when faced with change or uncertainty. Instead, he adapts, finds solutions, and makes the best of the situation. This flexibility allows him to thrive in a variety of environments, whether it's in a corporate setting, among a group of friends, or on his own. While others may struggle to adjust to new challenges, the Sigma male takes them in stride, confident in his ability to handle whatever comes his way. His adaptability also means that he can work well with a wide range of people, even if they have different values or perspectives. He doesn't try to force his way of thinking on others. Instead, he remains open-minded and respects the differences in those around him. This ability to adapt to his environment without losing his core identity is one of the traits that sets the Sigma male apart from the rest. Point 15. Seeks purpose over pleasure. While many people live for short-term pleasures or instant gratification, the Sigma male is driven by a higher sense of purpose. He does not get caught up in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures or superficial distractions. Instead, he focuses on long-term goals that align with his values and bring meaningful fulfillment. For the Sigma male, success is not about accumulating wealth, fame, or material possessions. It's about living a life of purpose, contributing to something greater than himself, and leaving a lasting impact. This purpose-driven mindset allows the Sigma male to stay focused and committed to his goals, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. He understands that true happiness comes from living in alignment with his values and pursuing goals that give his life meaning. The Sigma male is not interested in living for the moment or seeking pleasure at the expense of his long-term well-being. Instead, he is willing to make sacrifices and endure discomfort in order to achieve something greater. This dedication to purpose over pleasure is one of the defining characteristics of the Sigma male, and it is what ultimately drives him to achieve extraordinary success and fulfillment. And that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the Sigma male mindset, Ascenders. If you see yourself in some or all of these traits, know that you're on the right path toward building a life of strength, purpose, and independence. Remember, becoming a Sigma male is not about fitting into any mold, but about breaking free from societal expectations and forging your own path. If you enjoyed this journey and want to continue on this ascension with us, make sure to subscribe and join the community. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep evolving, and keep ascending. See you in the next video.